The Bruderhof that I live at, which is the Mount Community in Esopus, New York, is a former Redemptorist seminary. So the Redemptorists are a religious congregation of the Catholic Church. The priests who trained here were later sent out to do missionary work among the poor all over the world. There's a cool display of photographs on the first floor of the main building from the seminary's heyday, which I like to take visitors to look at and enjoy. There's also a chapel, so a really ornate space with Romanesque architecture and beautiful stained glass windows. We still use this chapel as a gathering place and for musical performances. There's actually a video of one of the concerts from a couple years ago that's quite beautiful. I especially love Schubert's Mass in G because we sometimes sing the Credo movement when we celebrate the Lord's Supper or at other special occasions. Why I'm talking about all this, though, get to the point, Laura, is because I've been thinking about the distinction between high church and low church. And if you haven't thought about this, and I don't blame you if you haven't, here's a real quick explainer. High church is a way of thinking about belief and worship that puts a lot of emphasis on rituals and formal liturgy, and there's a sense of direct continuity with the church history going back to the time of Jesus. So that would be the Catholic Church, Orthodox, Anglican, and even some Reformed churches. Low church, which I think is a term anyone in the low church category would reject, at least I do, is different in that it has less use for rituals, there's less emphasis on authority of the clergy, and there's a more flexible approach to worship. And to me, there's both positives and negatives to the so-called high and low. There's undeniably something beautiful, even spiritual, even spiritual about a place like the chapel here. And there are times like around Christmas or Easter where simply sitting in here quietly can be an inner experience. And there's something about an established form of worship or ritual that provides structure that's important. Also, the sense of connectedness with believers through the ages is extremely valuable. But an overly formalized approach to how we experience God and His leading can be very dead and stifling, even stagnant. There's got to be room for change. Oh, and it's also easy to mistake an emotional experience of something beautiful for a true connection with God. I'm obviously biased to the low church side of things because that's what I was raised in, with more of an emphasis on a personal relationship with Jesus and a pretty straightforward reading of the Bible. Like when Jesus says, "Sell everything, then come and follow me," I think He actually means it and not just in some metaphorical way. Dangers I can see with the less formal approach to things religious is susceptibility to faddishness and losing identity in a rapidly changing world. Well, I don't want to ramble on about this, but it's something I was mulling over, as they say. So I'd be interested in what others think. High, low, medium, subterranean, whatever. Make sure you subscribe and see you next time.